Alicia Jordan, and I'm here to speak about an experience that I had attending Mamaroneck High School. I'm going to read a little, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera, but here it goes. I played 4 years varsity women's basketball, and we were playing Scarsdale on their home court, and we weren't winning. It was my junior year, and I was a starter. Being one of the better players on the team, Scarsdale doubled down on me the entire game. They were blowing us out, actually, and I was getting abused up and down the court. From shoving, from getting double teamed, everything. Actually, anytime Scarsdale coach yelled Jordan, I was getting double teamed, and my team just couldn't keep up. The game was overly aggressive, and we weren't good, and they didn't let up. So the game got so aggressive to the point of obvious shoving by Scarsdale. There were parents that were reacting to the shoving, and the refs just weren't seeing it. It was the third or fourth quarter when a player came from behind me and ran into me and then past me and called me a black bitch, which resulted in a physical altercation. I was thrown out of the game. The police were called. And when I told the athletic director I refused to apologize, Mamaroneck suspended me for 3 consecutive games. The other player was not suspended, and there was no mediation. However, they were playing our team through those 3 consecutive games of suspension, and when they did come to our home court, the player did come up to me with her coach, and she apologized, and we shook hands. That happened, and my athletic director never asked me what happened. Let's face it, talking about racial issues makes a lot of white people uncomfortable, and I never really remember her being a nice person, so I could see how maybe she was uncomfortable, but it just really wasn't addressed at all. And for the most part, when I encounter racial slights, I hold in my reactions and stifle the pain, and no one is going to know that I'm hurting, because if I do show any negative emotional reaction, I risk being called something even worse than a black bitch, or maybe I'm oversensitive, then I get called angry, because we all know how that feels. All that to say, I think most black people are holding in much more pain than they are letting out. If I broke down and cried after every racial slight, I'd be, crazy, or seen as crazy or sensitive. But being called a black bitch after countless pushes and shoves was kind of the last straw for me. And that's my story. Do I think Mamaroneck could have reacted a lot better? Absolutely. But, it's one thing to be black in Mamaroneck, and it's another thing to be a black athlete in Mamaroneck, because being a black athlete in Mamaroneck just means being ignored. And I'm tired of being ignored. So I think black people in America have had to develop a thick skin, and I think we all want change. So thank you, David Martin, and everyone involved in bringing the issues of Mamaroneck to light. Thank you.